Hi guys. For the purpose of not doing some other stuff, I've decided to just kind of continue on with the video as it is because for no good reason, I was playing for the game trying to do some other stuff, and I guess I'll briefly show this off while I'm doing other setups that I did not notice yet, but when I went to do episode 13, that is the stage with the other setup, I'm actually kind of glad that I made a chapter save back there, because it's gonna come in handy, because, yeah, apparently I didn't know it until later that I had messed some stuff up, man. So, okay, I should straight up just tell you what happened. So, my first 13 videos, they all went up as normal. But at every point after Wild West, and every point after that, the video was so screwed up that for no good reason, a change to my sound quality or something else. I'll just put it here so I can talk about it. For no good reason, some weird audio setup changed, and when I went to actually record, I didn't notice until later, but my desktop audio and mic had suddenly shut off. Yeah, they shut off, like, altogether. So there was literally no audio or mic on any of my videos from 13 to 17. All the stuff I just did, all that progress I did, well, yeah, that's all gone now. And I have no good way of getting it back. I still have my old save file, thank goodness, but I kind of lost a lot of storyline progression because of it. And I even lost the progression to unlocking the Orestes or whatever. Pretty much every point from there I did not do properly for no good reason. So not only do I have to do all that again, but now I also have to redo all the grinding. This is why you make backup saves, because apparently I wasn't expecting that. But, like, out of all the things, not trying to desktop audio is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And let's be honest, I did not know about it. So, I'm going to be making an extra long video to make it up for it. And we'll just do the entire Live a Live Wild West chapter. And kind of just figure out what to do from there, because every episode 13 from Beyond did not have audio, so we're going to have to do this again. So just to celebrate my pain and do other stuff, we're just going to quickly breeze through all the chapters we got. So I'm actually going to be starting a new game for this, because that's the only way to reset this properly. But in the last episode, if you were following the regular game, we finished Twilight First, Eye of Veil Japan, Imperial China, Present Day, and Distant Future, and more recently, Prehistory. This is one of the favorite chapters. Of course, the reason why you don't see the completed chapter details is because to get sound back, I'm gonna have to replay these. And we're starting with Wild West because that's where we started off. We'll probably be a bit quicker this time around, now that we've played through it a bit, but yes, up to Wild West and beyond, I lost all of my save data, sort of. Well, I already mentioned, the video had no audio or music whatsoever. So, we're gonna try this again, and hopefully this time it works better. Don't feel like recording after that, because let's be honest, that was really terrible, and I will say I do consider quality over quantity, so yeah, we're gonna see if this will work better this time around. But anyways, we're on Wild West. The American frontier is a place of foolish dreams and dash hopes. A tired chill rides into a dying town terrorized by outlaws. Success they call it, though to look at it now, none can imagine why. So we're gonna play this. Thank goodness they let you choose whatever chapter you want. That makes it a lot easier. We'll have to save as soon as we get into somewhere. And I'll just go ahead and overwrite whatever save I had with Orestes. Because even if so, I still have... I actually could just make a separate save file. I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, we're starting from here because this chapter is it. Thank goodness I made a save at the end of that 8th chapter. My golly, that was... would have been terrifying to lose all that data. But anyways, time to just chill back and relax and go through one of the more epic chapters in the game. In fact, let's just say it's probably going to be the most epic chapter you will see up to this point. And my goodness. Hopefully it does live up to its name. That's all I say. Of course, now I've memorized it, it shouldn't be as difficult to do. But otherwise, yeah. So this chapter is most infamous for having a pretty tricky final boss in it.
Nope, but I got something for you to post up.
More trouble in these parts, huh? I swear. Thought it couldn't get any worse after that last bunch rolled in.
So it seems they're having trouble with outlaws. And also, they're having trouble with this kid.
What's your clever moniker?
Obviously, for purposes of time, we're just going to call him the default name, which is Sundown.
Don't look all that young to me.
Alright. I'm checking, yes, and my video's definitely recording this time. I'm not sure what happened. Well, at least we get to play for this chapter again, and thank goodness each chapter is rather quick, otherwise it would take forever to get back to the spot that I saved at. I was wondering when something like this might happen. It hasn't happened for a while, but I think an OBS update recently reset the thing to default, which is probably why I messed this up. So again, to make it up for it, I'm giving you a lot an extra video to make up for it. The full Wild West chapter will be played today. And who's that? Isn't that a random person? Oh wait, it's you.
Oh, why the long face? Reckon you'd be relieved to finally put this life on the lam behind you. Honestly, a little gratitude would be appreciated. Come on, let's do this proper. Can't have people casting aspersions on the great bounty hunter, Mad Dog. No, sir. Never let it be said he shot an unarmed man in cold blood. Oh,
yes. If you guys recognize this name, you'll quickly recognize that this guy is... This is a reference to Mad Dog McCree, which is a show back in the day that was pretty popular, and also one of the best arcade games ever created. It was unique and kind of a cool shooting gallery, but with Laserdisc features thrown in it. It's really cool, and Mad Dog McCree was the final boss of that, so yeah, that was cool. So if you're wondering where that comes from, yeah. I initially thought they had changed this guy to Wild Dog, but it looks like they kept him as Mad Dog in the end. Kind of a cool reference. They
how many times we
kind of
dance this dance now?
Yeah, anyways, it's kind of cool they kept that reference in just to be fun. How many times have we danced this? Well, if we're counting the first 2 games, then this be the 3rd time I've seen you. Although, in this game, first. Although they've probably fought for longer.
It's almost like saying goodbye to a lover. Bard had it right. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Now, this is kind of a scary battle because you're kind of just thrust into it right away without so much as do other stuff. And of course, I get the tutorial because I haven't done that. We're gonna just use Howl Point twice to kill him, and that should be the fight, right? Alright. And we have a counter as well. So all we do is use Hell Point twice and he's dead. The reason this is scary is because you don't get a save before it, so if we were to die right after, watch that entire chapter cutscene again. Thank goodness that happened. Oh, easy with the swearing, mister.
Don't you dare walk away from me again.
Easy with the swearing, mister. My goodness. Do you have any respect for these kids? You know, there are probably a few kids that are gonna be watching this. So. Yeah, he kind of just used his horse right up from under him.
How dare you? Shooting at my Goldie? Killing a man is one thing, but you leave his horse out of it. I ain't done talking!
And now we just kind of leave him be.
Another town.
Alright, another town. Here we come. Oh, I feel like we've been here before a couple of times. This is definitely one of the more epic storylines, so I think it makes sense to show it all as one, rather than a bit at a time. I'll make it look epic that way. Extra on video for you guys, although this is one of the shorter chapters, it's also one of the better ones. And it, of course, goes through the tutorial on how to move as well. All that stuff. Since the first half is not too difficult, I'm not going to save it first, but I will be saving at a particular point. We do get an autosave as part of this game's which you probably already do, though, from the first... this video.
Soy comandante de las yeguas, yo y yo solo.
Kind of interesting they speak in Spanish there. Pretty sure that's Spanish. Interesting. Let's grab this item before we do anything. Just walk in, grab that, and now we'll talk to him. We come here to talk to people.
Howdy, stranger. Thirsty? Or you got a hankering for something more substantial? Free of charge, of course.
God damn, is it hot out there?
That's not a normal person. That looks like a criminal, full-on criminal, if you ask me. That's because he probably is.
Barkeep, the usual. Hmm? Hey, stranger. Seems you're sitting on my favorite stool. Hey, you deaf or just stupid?
That's enough.
Okay.
Your name on it, huh? 'Cause I don't see it. Do you? Waltzing in here, acting like you own the place, without spending a dime. We don't need that kind of customer. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Now, Annie, darling, there's no need to make a scene.
Annie! Settle down now.
Don't you talk to me like that. big, strong men striding around like you own the place because of what you got dangling between your legs. Wayne! James! Clint! Cesar! You got cojones? Well, don't you? So use them!
Oh, Annie. Full of fire and fury. Real Hellraiser. I love it. I mean it, darling. Be my woman.
Get away from me!
Oh, that... Okay, that was brutal.
Annie.
Dane.
Darling.
Dane's...
I
Dang,
know you
sister.
didn't just raise a
That
hand to
was
me.
Crazy.
Because there's some things a man cannot abide.
Leave her alone.
Oh, now this kid's gonna come and try and stop him too. Okay.
Billy!
If it isn't the brave sheriff's little brat, here to save the day, huh? I hate to break it to you, kiddo, but I ain't got time for your shit.
Goodness. Oh, he kinda just checked us out of the way too. Alright then.
Whoops. Sorry about that, stranger. The boy was out of line, but I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive him. Tell you what, let me buy you a drink to smooth things over. Barkeep! Milk for my new friend. Heads up! I figure that ought to suit a delicate flower like yourself. What's this? You spitting on my generosity? How else am I to interpret the return of this milk I see before me? And to top it off, this hangover. But that's what I get for drinking the cheap piss they serve here. Let me guess. It's not that you hate milk, but that you can't stomach it, unless it's fresh from your mother's tits.
Your mother's, maybe.
Yeah, you're being a bit mean, buddy.
You got a death wish? That it?
Yeah, I think I've had about enough of this guy. Time to teach him a lesson that Elle won't forget. We can just use this. And that'll kill him instantly. That's what you get, buddy. Never should have messed with Sundown.
This isn't over, you hear me? You'll get yours! You just wait and see!
He ran away like a
So,
coward.
You ain't riding with the crazy bunch.
That was amazing! You gave Pike a hiding he won't never forget. With him on our side, I just know we can beat them.
What's all the ruckus?
Sheriff, this fella here, see, he just rode into town and...
Oh, now you show up. In the nick of time, as always. My father, the sheriff. The coward.
Billy, son, try to understand. If we so much as look at these people the wrong way, there's gonna be hell to pay.
But if we don't take a stand, then nothing will ever change.
Oh, Annie, please.
I don't want to hear it. Our sheriff, my brother, every last man in this town is a coward.
Oh, okay.
This boy here's got more courage than all of you put together.
I guess you could say Sundown has that too, though, because
Sheriff,
he
listen.
doesn't matter.
This fella here, see, he just might be the answer.
Alas, good people, I fear you have misjudged the content of that villain's character.
Oh. Oh, Mad Dog, where have you been? Seems you're here as well now. Alright.
A man's name is his story. That one speaks volumes. You deserve to know, so I'll tell you. The kid. Yeah, that's right. That there's the devil himself.
Wait a minute. It's him. On the wanted poster.
$5,000. Dead or alive. And the one who's gonna bring him in is me. Mad Dog.
Liar!
I am many things, boy, but I am no liar.
You're a good guy, right, mister?
I don't think so.
No. No! I don't believe it!
Always were lousy with the little ones, weren't you, kid? Goldie's still out there, you know. Lost or dead in the desert. But you'll answer for that. And everything else. Soon enough. Outside. Now.
It's a showdown.
A showdown.
Oh boy. Classic Wild West here, Showdown. Gotta have one of those, it seems.
Don't even think about running.
Yeah, we're not. We're gonna run straight out, actually. We're gonna come charging in, I think. Yeah, let's do that. I'm mostly doing this chapter to quick, both to make it look cooler and also so I can make the video less shorter at the same time. So we're going right out here.
Now there's a look I've never seen on you before. Oh, a pang of sadness for the end of our extended association? I understand, I truly do. But all good things must come to an end. And end it we will, kid. From
Right.
10 paces. Each man takes 5. I'll count it off. On the 5th, we turn and fire. Agreed?
Yeah, ISL. Okay, here we go.
Right then. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, look at him. He's cowering in the background. Is that Caesar? Oh, wait a minute. They didn't fire at each other. What are they going over there for? Oh, right. It's more the crazy bunch. They were hiding out there that entire time.
He's one of the crazy bunch.
Those 2 gunslingers.
How'd they know?
Just my luck. These simpletons ruining a perfectly good duel.
Wow! You both are incredible! With them backing us up, maybe, just maybe, we can take on the crazy bunch. Listen, I guarantee there's a whole lot more of them on the way, and they'll be out for blood now. You've got to help us fight!
Well, when you put it like that. Not that I could ever muster the strength to turn a woman down. Sorry, kid, but it seems our duel will have to wait. But only until after we've dealt with the crazy bunch.
Alright. We have to speak to everyone now. Picking you think of Ben who named this town says that's much about a sense of humor, but you're wrong. Back in the day, the streets were filled with prospectors hoping to strike it rich in a gold rush. That's why the games come to us calling, to strip the carcass. The last few bits of meat on the bone. You know, at least, aren't you the one survivor of the SSN? Should be dead in dust. Until the outlaws come in, they flock to the man, they're stone. He'll have broken camp the moment he heard what you two did. He can't let you go unanswered. If we manage to get rid of those, I promise we'll make it worth your while. We've got a little gold squirreled away. It's yours if we survive. We're both so fast. I just know we can get rid of those outlaws with your help. If I'm being honest, none of us are all that good with just as each other as one of the crazy bunch. There was some fine shooting, and that ain't no lie. There's at least 15 more of those boys left. If you're serious about staying to fight, then it's only right that we fight too. There's got to be something we can do to help, isn't there?
Solo somos humildes mariachi. Atrapados en la red del destino. Sin poder escapar de este pueblo, donde la sangre fluye como el vino.
So be it. If they've got us outnumbered, then we'll just have to even the odds before the big soiree. We ambush them, kid. We've got to prepare traps and whatnot to whittle down the gang when they ride in.
All
That's
right.
how we'll win. Having said that, feels a bit improper for us to do all the work, given that this is as much your fight as it is ours, if not more.
I'll help. Me too.
I suppose I'll do what I can.
Count me in.
Honey?
We already know nothing will change if we keep our heads down and stay quiet. I say enough is enough. Better to take a stand, come what may.
But, honey, it's not... She's right.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of them pushing us around. What about you, Cesar?
Well, yeah, I've had it up to here with them too. It's happening. I knew they would. Then, my friends, the time has come.
Por la libertad y justicia, los mariachis se unen a la revolución.
Like something out of a fairy tale, isn't it? I believe the only one who has yet to declare their intentions is you, Sheriff.
Billy, what are you doing with your father's badge?
Here, mister. You deserve it. My pa ain't fit to wear that badge.
I've been living in fear for the longest time. Terrified of what might happen if I dared do the right thing. But now I see. Sometimes you've got to brave the fire to forge a brighter future. They may call you the kid, but to me, here and now, you're a good man. The right man for the job. So hold on to that badge. And when the dust has settled, I pray I'll have done my part to earn it back.
Alright.
Not much left to discuss then, I reckon. Me and the kid will scrounge up supplies for the ambush. No point in asking y'all for help. I wager we've a bit more experience with this sort of work. Time is of the essence, kid. Can't spend too long rummaging around either, or we'll run out of time to prepare.
They'll strike at dawn, that's their way. Soon as the sun crests on the horizon, they'll come riding into town from both sides. That means you've got until the eve bell to make your preparations. We'll only have the one chance if we're not ready by the time they arrive. Anyway, you've got everything you need. Come back here. We're all ready and willing to do our part. Just say the word. Alright, and this tells you about stuff.
A word of advice, kid. Remember this moment. Save the memory if you take my meaning. In case it all goes sideways.
I like how he tells us as a hint that we should save the game here. Gonna go here and number 5. The only reason why we don't have more clear data is, like I said, the other previous videos we messed up. Oh, before we do anything, we should probably, remove some of his items. And give it to them, so that way we have more stuff. And now we'll start going into the doors. Alright. Empty bottle. But yes, we have to go around and very quickly loot all the items before it's too late, otherwise we will run out of our chance to do anything. Most of these look-ins will just be very brief. Thankfully in this version you have the thing that tells you where exactly you're going to find something. Alright. Oh, you can use it. You can use it on his other hand as well. That's cool. Alright. Now they're more powerful. Now they're both more powerful. No reason to use a Buntline special anymore. This is a tricky part, by the way. This bottom roll, you have to go in from the back. I'm just gonna equip stuff now. Okay, that improves the speed, but that's about it. We're gonna need all the defense we can get. Fortunately, most of these have only one item, but it is what it is. And the first bell.
First bell.
If we're fast with this, we won't hear that many more bells. Anything that's not shining, there's no reason to pick it up at all. We could just ignore that. And there's nothing outside either. I checked already on my other playthrough that I mentioned.
Oil in a bottle makes... It'll take a moment to prepare.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you how it's done. There you go. Bottle fire. Just light her up and toss quick.
That takes a half an hour to prepare each time you do that, so bit of a warning. And that frying pan can actually be worn as accessory as well, but for the purposes of the video, we're going to show off all the traps, and the frying pan is also required for a trap, so I think we'll show that off instead. If I were playing the game normally, I'd probably keep that as an accessory, which means there would be one guy that survives, but he could be taken out. Oh, I remember this room. So I'm not sure if you saw there, but yes, there's a secret room behind that other room. If you go into it, that has this room's one item. However, you can easily waste a lot of time in there because there's actually nothing else at all. Again, I already took a look and there's literally nothing there, so we're just skipping that straight out and going right here. Now, we can skip some of the other items as well. We don't necessarily need all the healing items and all the higher stuff. It just makes the game easier for later on, so I thought I'll go ahead and show them off in case anybody is wondering where all the items are. Bunch more carrots. Oh, there was an arrow item. Frick. I forgot. I just saw it as I was going out. Dang it. Yeah, that might be important. Yeah, that's a old time. Wow, that is actually kind of important. And second bell. But we're almost back to the bar. This time around, we're making much faster time than we did the last time. This is one of the few rooms that I still do not know how to do properly. So I'm just briefly checking everything.
Oil in a bottle, it'll take a...
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Let me show you how. There you go.
I'll skip that text just because it's not worth waiting through it a second time. And again, we lose a half hour of time each time we do that. But it's useful because you kind of want it if you want to use that item later. So we'll show where all those are. And we'll make it each time for that reason. And no, there's nothing in the back of these buildings. Ooh. Our miracle tonic. Alright, that's all the buildings over here. This ain't the only place, though, that you can find items. There's items in here as well. We're gonna get those next. Starting with this room, with tons of items. Mostly healing items and...
Oil in a bottle, it'll take a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, that.
There you go.
So if it was half an hour, then it should ding right about then. Okay, never mind. They made it quicker.
That's, well, how to explain.
And this is one of the more interesting secrets that you probably
That
never
is
knew
one of
about.
my most prized possessions. See, poster of this dancing girl I fancy. Jennifer's her name. She's got this grace, power about her, you know? Sexy, but a little intimidating. But in a way that makes her even more appealing. Oh, well, it breaks my heart to part with it. But if you really need it, so be it. Wait, please, anything but that. That's this week's earnings. You can't possibly need it. I'm begging you.
Okay, we can't take that, apparently. It was worth a shot.
Hey! Anything but that. You hear me?
Aw.
Well then. Best get a move on, kid.
Interesting. Alright, we have to ignore that. More healing. Oh, there's one more room over here, which is now unlocked because of that. And the third bell.
Third bell.
Just another healing item, but it is what it is.
Got everything you need for your ambush?
Yeah.
Hey.
Then it's time to distribute your supplies to the folks here. Goes without saying that some will take longer than others to get things ready. So hurry. Time's a-wasting.
Need you to set it.
Alright.
What kind of trap you thinking?
What I like in this version is that Ad gives you hints as to what to give to who. You weren't told about that in the original. You had to figure that out on your
What kind
own.
of trap you thinking?
Well, that means... And yeah, we're gonna make the barkeep set up his own poster. And this guy gives us an item to use.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Yeah, we're gonna bring it right back to him. We just did all that, and yeah, we're just gonna bring it right back to him.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Somos tres mariachi. Habilidoso soy, más útil que Pancho soy.
Need you to set a trap.
What kind
Alright.
of trap you thinking?
Por la vida, el honor.
Need you to set
Right.
a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of
Hmm.
trap you thinking?
Need you to set a trap.
What kind of trap you thinking?
Alright, hang on. Oh. Okay, it's still working. You know what? I am gonna send you to do something. Oh, after a little bit, it gets you it stops the dialogue normally. Got it covered. And now we wait for everyone to come back. That's all the tricky part of this, is we have to wait now for everyone to come back. This is actually the most boring part, is you have to wait for everyone to come back. But I intentionally did certain characters first because they're gonna take longer than others. Finished. Wasn't too tough. Alright, I don't know if I want to waste this much time, let's be honest. So I'll wait on the bell at the very least. There we go. Get that out of the way.
Bell, kid.
I'm gonna pause now, and I'm gonna come back when they're all back.
Fifth bell.
That be the fifth bell, boys. Sorry, I had to come back with this. As you can see, some characters do take longer than others. It's been only a couple of minutes, but we haven't seen Caesar and the boys yet. So, out of all the characters, Caesar, this other bike guy, I forgot his name, and the sheriff's kid take the longest to set up traps. However, the kid is the only one that could set up a slingshot trap, and Annie, the one we did earlier, she's the only one who could set a frying pan trap. So you absolutely need to at least talk to them, unfortunately, and there's nothing else that you can do about it. So ideally you want to talk to them first, since they have the slowest wait time. That way their wait time will start right away, and that way you can get them back in sooner. And now we're kind of just waiting for Mr. Caesar to get back. The other one we kind of just throw in there for good measure, and already 6 bell.
Sixth bell.
Alright. And right on time, he comes back. Okay, good. They're both right behind each other. Alright, now everyone's back. We're gonna talk to you. Good. Use that. Wasn't always like this. Oh, if you'd seen this place at its peak.
Seventh bell.
I mean, another one. Well, where was I? Lost my train of thought there. And there we go. So, we can speed
Kid,
this up a bit.
That's the 8th bell.
And oh boy, now they're coming. Just like I did before, I'm gonna make an hour save once they actually come into town. I like that they do this really cool cutscene as they come in, which is really fun to watch. If we did everything right, though, there should all be defeated, except for one. The big boy there could easily be the one. Alright. The reason why this chapter is so epic. Seeing this whole cutscene for the first time probably surprised you. Oh, we have these spam people as well.
Thank God. Finally. After 3 days and 3 nights of walking through the desert. Civilization! At long last, see what? The good Lord hasn't forsaken us.
Oh! And he's dead.
Father? Father!
That poor kid. And now they're coming in. Now he gets to watch them fall. Got him with the frying pan. Slingshot. Oh, and that guy just kind of jumps off. There's that poster from earlier.
Huh? Why in the hell someone put this here, of all places? That's just weird.
Yeah, but it took you out. That's for sure. And they get blown to smithereens. And yeah, I was right. Alright, only the DOs survived that. So now we just have one lonely person to face.
You will come outside and present yourselves to me at once. Refuse, and we will treat you as we would any other pests and smoke you out of your burrow.
Mister?
It's time, Mad Dog.
Alright.
You got that right. I've been waiting to look this devil in the eye.
I'm coming too.
Today is not the day for you to find your courage. Should the worst come to the worst, should the 2 of us be killed, it falls to you to protect these people.
But you won't be killed, right, kid?
Of course not.
Go get him!
Alright. There's no save point before this, nor autosave. You're kind of just rushed into this battle unwillingly because of that. This makes it a bit scary. And you'll see why. He has a massive Gatling gun as well. Even though we took out all of his friends, that Gatling gun sure does look intimidating. And you'll see why, because he actually has a very devastating move that we have to watch out for.
It is you, then. You who educated Pac and his brothers so deftly in the ways of war. I owe you a debt for the generosity you showed my disciples. We are men of violence, yes, but we are nevertheless men.
Here we go.
And so, I will repay you in our common currency. In blood, and lead, and death!
Alright, so the reason why he's so bad is you'll see pretty soon that he actually has a move to instantly take us out. So we have to be very careful when facing him that we don't go in a diagonal point. However, recently that's changed to be different too, so don't know what else we're going to do yet, but we have to first get up close to him and use Hollow Point right off the bat to do some damage.
You and your town will be dust in the wind come tomorrow. That's your best?
Okay, so that movie's charging, that will want to kill us, and he's going for Sundown, which means now we have to move him a couple spots, although we can also interrupt him with our own attack. Nothing! He missed, as you can see. He did an attack, but he missed. That's the main way to deal with that move. And the only reason why we went diagonally. Of course, we won't always be able to escape his trap.
Where you going?
I think you need a few more holes.
Missed! Ha! We're doing a lot better this time. Previously, we got hit by that all the time, and now he's missed us like twice. Now, in the original game, he was much more brutal. So, in case you didn't notice, he kind of cheats a bit. Initially, what happened in the original game is, whenever you were in a diagonal and he was doing an attack, that's when he would charge his ultimate move, and it hits you, instant kill, 9/9 damage. Same here, but it's multiple hits instead. However, they changed it a little bit to no longer be as deadly. In fact, it's actually kind of the opposite, really. Now, they made it so where, while he can't do as much damage as he could before, but, as you saw before, he can actually go in different directions. So pretty much his AI initially, he would only be able to use this if you were in a diagonal, which is why you want to stay from a diagonal at all times. And the strategy was to just get right in his face and beat him down with stuff, and that was it. However, in this world only, for some strange reason, they changed it. Well, actually, no, wait. They changed it to make it more difficult to deal with, and that now he can do it either left or right, which makes it a bit more difficult to deal with, but because there's a little spot where he can't fire at all,
My children.
we can just kind of stand near the corner. So instead of going left and right, forget whatever guides you saw. If you just go just to the left of him on one spot, or to the right of every spot, he'll have to move towards you because he won't be able to hit you at all. So we kind of just do that, and we kind of just pelt him with high directional ever stuff. And when he does get a charge, we just move whoever is getting targeted, and bam, he's toast. So, scary boss on paper, but not as scary once you know the strategy. Still, he's kind of scary.
He won!
Because of that instant kill move, and you kind of saw it in action, although it didn't hit. If it were to hit, that would be an instant kill, and we would have to use a healing item. Because we didn't use a healing item, that's good, because we might be able to use it later on, who knows when. And just like that, he is gone, and he is now a horse.
Did he just turn into a horse?
Lord have mercy. It's true. Until Odio came along, story was that the Sioux and Cheyenne had massacred Custer 7. Not a man survived. But a single Union horse did.
Oh, really? They had not taken out Custer 7 for this entire time.
And they said he was death itself. And maybe they were right. Born of those fallen soldiers. Something cruel and primal.
He
Alright.
never slept, they said. Never slept and would never die.
I will say we made a lot faster time this time.
Or maybe I do. Stranger.
That's all well and good for you, but not for me. You neither, kid. We've got unfinished business, you and I.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. We do have unfinished business. Remember that showdown? We didn't even finish that.
Stop it, please! You beat Odio together, didn't you?
Stay out of it. This is between me and him. Ain't that right, kid?
Yeah.
Lots
Okay.
of waiting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, and there goes Caesar again. Hide in the back. He doesn't want to watch. You know what? We're not into this battle. For some reason, they let you free this one, but not the first one, so why not? Just spare him this time.
See you soon, kid.
By doing that, the ending does change up slightly. Now all that's left, though, is to go through the ending.
Do you have to go so soon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to say at times like this, but I suppose I ought to thank you.
Oh, I'll do it.
Alright.
Thank you for everything, mister. Oh, actually, if I can ask you for something?
If it's about the badge, it's okay. I don't need it anymore. Just a piece of cheap tin in the end. I reckon I can serve these people as their sheriff well enough without it.
One more thing. We can't leave you with just words. There's something else we ought to give you. I'm afraid we don't have a lot to offer. Just a few bits of loose gold. But if you want it, it's yours. Will you take it?
I don't want your money.
Huh? Really?
It's been a long, long time since I had the chance to do something good and decent. That's reward enough.
Yeah, that could have been said better.
Kid.
Just stopping the criminals was good enough for him. And now Sundown's just gonna ride off in the distance.
Well, I'll be. It's him. It's gotta be him. That man there once made a name for himself as the fastest lawman in the West. But as his legend grew, more and more gunslingers hoping to make their own came calling. Came to a head when a gang of outlaws rode through his town, leaving all manner of tragedy in their wake. Not long after, he vanished, and then a bounty was put up for a theretofore unheard of renegade. A fortune to tempt the greedy to follow him into the desert. A means to make amends or earn a final reprieve. The kid.
Oh. Well, okay, so we just learned more about...
Mister! Kid! We'll never forget you!
Well, now we learned more about Sundown's actual past. Apparently, his own town was destroyed by bandits as well. My goodness. When you think of it that way, that's actually kind of sad. But anyways, that was a really cool storyline. I definitely enjoyed it. Once you get the hang of it, it is one of the easier storylines, because at least Distant Future has that puzzle you have to deal with, but at least this one's more epic than that. I will say it's probably twice as epic as Distant Future was. Alright. Thank goodness for the multi-chapter save on this, otherwise I may have lost a lot more progress than I had imagined. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this from now on. It's the first time it's done that in a long time. It usually never does that on update, but for some reason, something reset it to default. Which is dumb, and now that fix that, but at least now my video recording is set up so it's not gonna mess up again, I think. It's kind of sad that I didn't notice it until so much later. Oof. That being said, we did get through the most epic chapter in the game, so hopefully we can fix this and be good. It's not what I imagined that would happen, but it'll be kind of annoying to catch up. Because in one of my other chapters, I had to grind a character to level 10, so I'll have to do that again. Ugh, that's not gonna be fun. May as well fight every encounter I get when I get into there. Alright. Alright. Well, at least this is working this time.
Yoo-hoo.
So yeah.
Didn't think we'd meet again so soon, did you?
So yeah, for sparing him, we get to just face him down again the way we did before.
It's like something out of a Greek myth, don't you think? This bond, this never-ending story of ours. Except an ending's exactly what we're gonna write today. Horse looks familiar, does it? Well, it should. It's Odio. Or what's left of him. He's a wild bastard, untamable at heart. Not unlike myself, really. I dare say we're a match made in heaven. Or hell. Draw!
Alright. We have to do this again, it seems. So now we get to do the same thing we did before, earlier.
Where you going?
Missed.
What the?
What the? He missed, that's a new one. And counter.
You're good.
Got him. Again.
God damn it! Don't you leave me here in the dirt with my shame again! Wait, damn you! Whoa, boy! Again? You shot my horse out from under me again? Get back here! Odio!
Alright. So yeah, for doing all of that, we're on the run again anyway. For doing all of that, we get to see a duel similar to what was in the intro, except with slightly different dialogue, and Odio is instead of what he had earlier. With that, chapter is done. Looks like they still add progress and other stuff to it, even though we already, which is nice. So, near future will be next. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You like it, enjoy it, can't wait to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video where we dive into the near future and see what is in store for us. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.